Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 9 of The Great Journey. So we're going to start off this episode by jumping into an online seasons game. The first game with the squad actually, and the team we're going to be coming up against is going to be a 4-1-2-1-2 BPL side. He's got Diouf and Andy Carroll up top, so he's got a little bit of diversity in his striker partnership. Diouf is really quick and Andy Carroll not really that fast, but he's rather tall and rather strong. So we're going to start off the game here in the 29th minute. The over-the-top through ball to Dos Santos, and that is just a ridiculous touch. I don't know how he did it, but he's going to slot it in and make it 1-0. So we're off to a pretty good start. And then in the 54th minute, he's going to get the ball to Diouf. He's just going to pretty much run through, and I make a stupid slide tackle there with Mats Hummels. He's going to get a penalty. Mats Hummels is going to receive a yellow card. He's going to start off with Sigurdsson, and he's going to, of course, slot it in. I don't believe I've saved any penalties yet in this series, except for the penalties in the penalty shootout. But that game is going to end 1-1, so it could definitely have gone a lot better, since I did take the lead and I slipped. But as you could see there, there wasn't really a whole lot of chances in that game, so that was kind of unfortunate. At least we don't begin the division with a loss. That could have been a lot worse, I guess. So what we're going to do straight away is we're just going to jump into another online seasons game. But first, we're going to have to get a healing card on Piszczek because he was injured, and I just wanted to use this team straight away again. Could have just used my League side, but I wanted to use this team more. And the team we're going to be coming up against, 4-3-3 Serie A side. He's got El Shaarawy, Tevez, and then Iturbe up top. So it's a very pacey looking attack. So I'm kind of worried about Tevez because he's got a great card this year. But we're going to get the game started here in the second half with a ball from Montage to Giovanni Dos Santos, from Benzema, and Dos Santos is going to be the one to slot it in, so he has been the one that has been scoring the goals for us thus far, even though we're only scored 2 goals. Well, just look at this. Tevez just pretty much runs through everyone and then just shoots it into the back of the net, so yeah, it could have been a little bit better defending for me, but then only a couple of minutes later, kind of bounces off the opponent there, and then the keeper makes a mistake, or his outfield player makes a mistake, and Carlos Vela is going to capitalize on that, and he's just going to use the finesse shot and just get it over the keeper into the back of the net. That was a nice little attempt there from Carlos Vela, but then in the 85th minute he's just going to completely do me there with Tevez. I think that's Mats Hummels who just falls over. And then Tevez makes it 2-2, so I'm thinking, oh no, I don't want a second straight draw. But then Mats Hummels is going to be the one to steal the ball. He's going to start a counter-attack here with Benzema. Dos Santos, Benzema, he's going to be through on goal because he's quicker than Chiellini. And then he's going to slot it in with his left foot in the 90th minute to get us the winning goal. Yes! We win our second game. Well, we win our second game in Division 9. So yeah, that was a really close game with a winner in the 90th minute from, of course, the one and only the legend Karim Benzema. As you could see there, he had more shots on target and whatnot, but I was the one that ended up winning in the end. The only real chances he had was pretty much created with Carlos Tevez. And as you can see, a couple of our items sold on, and I decided to sell on this team actually. I was going to buy back a couple of these players, but I wanted to make a little bit of profit on them because it would be bad financing if I would just convert them back into right winger, because I was going to try a 4-3-3 side. I decided to put Pedro in, and as you can see here, pretty much all the players sold on as some of the other players that I had in my squad, so I made a little bit of profit on them. And then I decided to sell on quick sell my informed center back there, because I was trying to sell him for 10,500 coins, which would make me a little bit of profit. But I wasn't able to sell him, so I just decided to quick sell him, which pretty much gave me the same coins as I bought him for. But here we're going to pick up our first centre back, Socrates, or Papastatopoulos, as he's also called. And then we're just bidding on a couple of other players, and this was the reason pretty much why I wanted a 4-3-3 side, just so I could put in James Rodriguez. I felt that's something I didn't really want Dos Santos up top, even though he scored 2 goals for us. I really wanted to have both Modric and James Rodriguez in the same side, so that's pretty much the reason why I decided to get rid of the team or some of the players and change the formation. Pretty much because I wanted to use Modric and James Rodriguez. So just buying a couple of chemistry stalls here to see if we can pick up some for some pretty nice prices. The Hunter chemistry stall for around 4,000 coins, which I believe is pretty decent considering at the end of FIFA last year it was like I think close to 10k. And then we're going to pick up Luka Modric for the second time. Again, I sold on these players because it would cost a lot to just convert them back, and it would not make sense to do that. So yeah, that's what I did in the end. And I also picked up a Spanish manager just so I can get pretty much all the players on 10 chemistry, or James on at least 9 chemistry and whatnot. So that is how the team is going to be looking like right now. And then we're just going to have to apply all the chemistry salts that we need, of course. These chemistry salts will actually increase the prices just a little bit. So if you want to make maybe a little bit of profit, you can just put on a desirable player, I guess, and then sell them on for just a little bit more. So we're just going to jump into an online seasons game and see if the squad can do some work. And let me tell you, this was a very interesting game. This guy's only got 88 chemistry, but that's only because he's got Obafemi Martins instead of... I think he would rather have Emenike up top, but he's actually pretty expensive, so he just decided to put in Obafemi Martins up top because he's pacey, he's got a 5-star weak foot, and he's pretty dangerous, let's just say that much. So pretty much straight out of kickoff, we get the ball here with Karim Benzema, which does a little bit of 1-2 with Carlos Vela, and Benzema is going to slot it in. Of course, it's Benzema, the man, the myth, the legend from my FIFA 14 Journey series. Anyway, in the 9th minute, after a corner, we're going to go on the attack here with Carlos Vela. Get a little bit lucky to still have the ball here with Karim Benzema, and he's just going to sprint through. And then he's going to try to chip the keeper, but then Piszczek, of all people, is going to be there on the rebound and make it 2-0. And then only a couple of minutes later, in the 15th minute, we're going to get the ball here eventually with Carlos Vela. Just do a little bit of play here. Eventually getting it back to Carlos Vela, who's just going to try to do a little bit of skill moves here, cutting it back inside. He's going to do a pass there to Pedro. And then Pedro is just going to, with a little bit of luck, shoot it in the back of the net and make it 3-0. So we're off to a fantastic start. But then something happened. Something strange happened. He made it 1-3. And I was like, yeah, okay, he gets 1 goal back. But then only a couple of minutes later, this happens. Modric pulls his player down in the penalty box, and he's going to get a penalty for that. So I'm thinking, oh no. No. And then he's going to score with Schneider to make it 2-3. And then only a couple of minutes later, he's going to get the ball to Obafemi Martins. Just going to do a little bit of dribbling here. But just look at this. He still holds on to the ball. And then look at this. What is even life there? It just bounces everywhere. And Schneider makes it 3-3. And now I'm thinking, oh, how is this even happening? And it just went from bad to worse. He's going to make it 4-3. So he has just scored 4 goals in a row to take the lead. But then in the 45th minute, we're going to get the ball here with Karim Benzema, the over-the-top through ball to Pedro. He's just going to cut inside here. And then eventually he's going to slot it in to make it 4-4. So we are now back into the game. But then straight from kickoff, he's going to run here with Torre, or however he wants his name to be pronounced. And he gets a little bit lucky there to still have the ball, and he's going to make it 5-4. I can't believe what is happening here. And then after a corner here, he's just going to not clear off the ball once, twice, or even 3 times. I'm going to eventually steal the ball here with Sami Khedira. Karim Benzema is going to slot it in and make it 5-5. And then 6 minutes later, James Rodriguez on the ball, getting it to Luka Modric, who tries to do a heel-to-heel flick there. And then Modric steals Rodriguez's ball, but he's going to score to make it 6-5. So 11 goals in this game, and it's not over quite yet. We're going to get the ball to Karim Benzema, who's going to play through to James Rodriguez. He's going to slot it in with his weak foot and make it 7-5. And the game is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. A cross inside to Obafemi Martins to make it 7-6. And that is going to be how the game is going to end. So a 13-goal thriller. That was a crazy, crazy game there. My defense was absolutely shocking. But then again, some bounces just went all over the place. Was a little bit lucky for me too with some of the goals there. But I just couldn't believe some of the goals he scored, to be honest. He only had 7 shots on target, for crying out loud. But anyway, we picked up the 3 points, which was the most important thing. So we're off to I guess a good start with the team. So that is going to be the end of the episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.